Why you treat your pet like a child. It's not what you think. Look at your camera roll. How many photos are there of your dog? Your cat? That one blurry picture where they're just sleeping? Now compare that to how many photos you have of actual humans. Yeah. At some point, quietly, without announcing it to anyone, you stopped being a pet owner. You became a parent. You buy them special food. You celebrate their birthday. You say things like, "I'll be home soon, baby," in a voice you'd never use in public. And here's the part that tends to get misunderstood. Your brain isn't joking. It's bonding. Not metaphorically, chemically. So why does your nervous system look at a creature that doesn't speak your language and decide, "That's mine. I would fight with my life for that"? Is it loneliness? Is it trauma? Is it just that they're cute? Or is something more intelligent happening under the surface? Let's explore what's really going on. Your brain decided first.
That feeling when your chest tightens looking at them?
That rush of, "I love you so much it almost hurts." That's not personality. That's chemistry. Psychologists call it baby schema. Big eyes, round face, small nose, clumsy movement. Your brain sees those features and flips a biological switch that says, "Protect this." Humans are wired to respond to those features because babies used to determine whether our genes survived. Now here's the twist. Dogs evolved alongside us. Cats adapted around us. And many retain those infant-like features into adulthood. It's called neoteny, permanent baby face. So when you look at your fully grown dog, your brain doesn't register adult animal. It registers forever infant. And your body releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone involved in parent-child attachment. In studies, when owners and pets lock eyes, both show measurable increases in oxytocin. The bonding loop is mutual. Your brain doesn't care about species, it cares about signals. And your pet is constantly broadcasting, "I'm small, I need you, stay close." So when you call yourself their mom or dad, you're not role-playing. Your biology made the decision long before you realized it. Now, let's talk about something slightly chaotic. Have you ever looked at your pet and thought, "I love you so much I could squeeze you," or smother them with affection while they blink in confusion? That's called cute aggression. When your brain experiences overwhelming positive emotion, it sometimes releases a tiny flash of aggression to regulate it. It's emotional balance. And what triggers it most? Infant features. Which means even your most over-the-top affection is parental. Your nervous system isn't confused, it's consistent. The forever child.
Raising a human child is, in many ways, a long goodbye.
You teach them to walk, so they can walk away. You teach them to think, so they can disagree with you. You raise them to become independent adults who won't need you the way they once did. That's healthy, but it can also be painful. A pet is different. They don't outgrow needing you. They don't emotionally detach to build independence. They don't decide they need space. They stay dependent. And for a nervous system that craves stability, that feels safe. This is where attachment theory enters the room. The way you bond as an adult reflects how safe love felt when you were younger. If love was steady and predictable, bonding feels natural. If love was inconsistent or conditional, your nervous system learned to scan for instability. Human relationships are layered and unpredictable. People change moods, they miscommunicate, they disappoint, they leave. Even healthy relationships carry uncertainty. Pets remove much of that uncertainty. They don't withhold affection. They don't ghost you. They don't emotionally withdraw. They are consistent, and consistency regulates the body. For someone with anxious attachment, that steadiness feels calming. For someone avoidant, it feels safe because intimacy exists without pressure. For someone secure, it simply feels warm. Your pet becomes what psychologists call a secure attachment figure. What that really means is this: your brain starts using them as a reference point for safety. When your day is chaotic, you come home to something predictable. When people disappoint you, they don't. When the world feels loud, they are steady. Your nervous system tracks that reliability, and over time, that reliability becomes regulation. You don't just love them, your body settles around them. And that settling feeling? That's the same mechanism that bonds parents to children. And when something makes you feel that safe, you protect it. You nurture it. You treat it like family. Not because you're pretending it's a child, but because your attachment system treats it like one. The modern reality. For most of history, the life script was predictable. Graduate, marry, have children. But adulthood today looks different. Housing costs rose, debt accumulated, careers became unstable. Traditional milestones didn't disappear, they became harder. But your nurturing instinct didn't vanish. The part of you that wants to care for something, protect something, raise something, and watch it thrive is still fully intact. So your brain adapted. A pet fits into modern life without crushing it. You can nurture without losing autonomy. You can build family without collapsing under financial strain. You didn't reject adulthood, you redesigned it. Which pet parent are you? Not everyone treats their pet like a child for the same reason. So which of the following feels familiar? The guardian. You anticipate risk. You research ingredients. You prepare for emergencies. Protecting them regulates you. When they're safe, you finally exhale. The soulmate. You talk to them like they understand, because emotionally, they do. You value authenticity. With them, you don't have to perform. You don't edit yourself. You feel safe to just be. The redeemer. You chose the overlooked one, the scared one, the sick one, the difficult one. You believe love repairs, and nurturing them proves that healing is possible. The controller. Schedules, supplements, structure. When life feels chaotic, this small ecosystem feels manageable. Raising them perfectly creates order, and order feels like safety. The identity builder. They're in your bio, on your lock screen. You say we instead of I. Being their parent isn't something you do, it's part of who you are. The substitute sibling. You don't see them as someone beneath you. You see them as someone that belongs by your side. It's companionship more than hierarchy. The empty nest heart. The house got quieter once, but your nurturing instinct didn't. Your pet didn't replace anyone. They filled a space that still wanted purpose. The freedom parent. You love devotion, but also independence. They give you depth without total surrender. Maybe you saw yourself in one, maybe in several, but underneath all of them, you feel responsible, emotionally responsible, and that's where this goes deeper. The inner child layer. There's yet another reason you treat your pet like a child, and this one lives under the surface. Watch how you react when they're scared. It's okay, I'm here. Your voice softens, your body lowers. That tone isn't random. When you comfort them, when you celebrate their small wins, when you protect them from what frightens them, you're modeling patience, consistency, protection without control. Psychologists call this reparenting, giving yourself the emotional experiences you may not have consistently received. And here's what makes that powerful. You're not just imagining safety, you're practicing it. Every time you respond calmly instead of reactively, every time you choose gentleness over impatience, every time you say, "I've got you," and mean it, you are strengthening the part of yourself that knows how to protect without control. You are becoming the steady presence you once needed. And that changes more than you think. You treat them like a child because nurturing them activates your most protective self. And in doing that,
you heal too.
The grief that gets minimized. If you love them like a child, you will grieve them like one. Society often downplays that loss.
It was just a pet. You can get another.
But your brain doesn't categorize love by species. It categorizes attachment, routine, presence, dependency. When they're gone, the silence isn't small. It's structural. The footsteps disappear. The weight at the end of the bed is gone. The being that depended on you daily is suddenly not there. Psychologists call this disenfranchised grief, real grief that isn't socially validated, which makes it heavier because now you're heartbroken and you feel like you're not supposed to be. But you didn't just lose a pet. You lost your regulator, your quiet witness, your companion. That grief isn't dramatic, it's attachment, and authentic attachment is never simple. Maybe that's why this bond feels different. It isn't transactional. It isn't strategic. It isn't based on status or achievement. It's simple. And in a culture that often rewards complexity and performance, simple love can feel almost radical. Not loud, not dramatic, just steady. And sometimes steady is what we've been missing. So maybe the real question isn't, why do you treat your pet like a child? Maybe it's this. What does it say about you that your brain chose loyalty over ego, consistency over complexity, and simple love over social approval? In a world where connection feels complicated, Choosing something steady and pure might be one of the most emotionally intelligent decisions you've made. So what kind of pet parent are you? The guardian? The soulmate? The redeemer? Something else entirely? I'm genuinely curious which one felt like you. And if you like exploring the psychology behind the things we all do but rarely talk about, stick around. We're just getting started.